For number 3, which one does this look like? Which one does it look like it could be? Inverse tangent, right? It's the only one that doesn't have a square root. Now, in this case, we don't have that 1 where it needs to be. That's our first step. We need to make this into a 1. So to do that, we're going to multiply the bottom by 1/5 and the top by 1/5 to get that 1 in the denominator. Now, rather than just like leaving the 1/5 on the top here, I know I don't want that there in the end. I'm just going to go ahead and take that 1/5 and put it out in front, because we can do that with constants in our integral. So I'm going to put the 1/5 from the top out in front. We have 1 over 1 plus 3/5 x squared, right? Because we have to distribute that 1/5 to both parts, and then dx. So before we can set up the u squared, u, and the du, we need to have that 1 in place. Now we can figure out what's u squared, u, and du. So what's our u squared? 3/5 x squared. So to figure out u, we have to take the square root of that. So we get square root of 3/5 times just x, right? Because square root of x squared we can simplify to x. And we'll just leave it like that. We don't have to rationalize it. What's the derivative of square root of 3/5 x? Square root of 3/5. And we'll multiply that by dx. So we've got all of this in place. Now we need to make sure that we have everything we need for our du. So we've got the dx, but we're missing the square root of 3/5. So we're going to multiply the inside by square root of 3/5, which means we have to multiply the outside by square root of 5/3. And now we have all we need for our du. So we end up with 1/5 times square root of 5/3 times the antiderivative of 1 over 1 plus u squared du. So what's the antiderivative of 1 over 1 plus u squared? Inverse tangent. So we've got all of this stuff out front times inverse tangent of u, so that's square root of 3/5 x plus c. Now, we could leave this like it is out in front of the inverse tangent for free response, but in multiple choice, this would be rationalized, so let's just go ahead and do that. This one, we'd have to multiply top and bottom by square root of 3 to get rid of the square root in the bottom. So I'm just going to do that up here. So on top, we end up with square root of 15. Bottom, square root of 3 times square root of 3 is just going to give us 3, times the 5 gives us 15. And try